Imagine being the captain of a brand new warship assigned to escort the President of the United States. Now imagine that your ship is so incredibly cursed that you accidentally shoot at your own fleet, drop a live depth charge next to your companion ships, and fire a live torpedo directly at the President himself. This is the completely true story of the USS William D, World War II, that became known as the most chaotic and dangerous ship in naval history. The year was 1943. President Franklin the 500th Roosevelt needed to cross the Atlantic for a secret conference with Churchill and Stalin. To ensure his safety, the military assigned a fleet of elite escort destroyers. Among them was the newly built William the 500th Porter. The moment the ship cleared the harbor, the curse began. As they were backing out of the dock, the Porter's anchor slammed into a sister destroyer, ripping off its railings and lifeboats. Just 24 hours later, a massive explosion rocked the fleet. The battleships began taking evasive maneuvers, thinking they were under attack by a German U-boat. But there was no enemy. A sailor on the William the 500th Porter had accidentally knocked a live depth charge off the back of the ship, which detonated right beneath the fleet. The commander was furious, but the peak of madness happened the next day. President Roosevelt wanted to see a demonstration of the fleet's defenses, so the ships began a mock battle drill. The crew of the Porter was ordered to simulate a torpedo launch against the president's battleship, the USS Iowa. Protocol required the crew to completely remove the explosive primers from the tubes before firing. But in the chaos, one sailor completely forgot. The button was pressed, and a fully armed, lethal torpedo jumped out of the tube, racing directly toward the President of the United States. Panic erupted. They tried to warn the president using light signals, but the nervous signalman sent the wrong message. Realizing they were running out of seconds, the captain broke radio silence and screamed, "Lion, come right! Torpedo in the water!" The massive battleship violently turned its wheel, and the torpedo detonated in the ship's wake, barely missing the hull. The president was saved, but the entire crew of the Porter was immediately arrested by U.S. Marines. The first time in naval history an entire American crew was arrested. The ship was reassigned to the remote Aleutian Islands as punishment, where they accidentally fired a heavy artillery shell directly into a base commander's front yard. The Porter's cursed journey finally ended during the Battle of Okinawa, where a Japanese kamikaze bomber missed the ship entirely and crashed into the ocean beside it. The plane exploded directly beneath the hull, lifting the entire destroyer out of the water and breaking its spine. If a warship spends its entire life accidentally trying to destroy its own country, does it prove that some things are just born under a bad sign? Let me know in the comments below.